this or something you can expect, and then how important it is to make the students do the right thing, which is that I had a colleague, for example, we had a writing contest for, I think it was our African American History Month celebration, and students were asked to write about a person in history or a current person, African American person, who inspired them. And she sent them all off to research, and they all came back with, Martin Luther King was born in, and he did this and he did that, and not one person in the class wrote about what inspired them. So you will get that when you send them off to research, and it's important. They're sent to research a person's role in a certain event, and they'll give you the biography. So just important to bring everybody back together, which she did, and do it again. Because you don't want to let it go with the comment on the paper, you didn't, great writing, but you didn't say what inspired you. Which is a nice comment, but a lot of this is about slowing down and taking time and trying something again if it didn't work. Like I said, the first time I did the women's suffrage gallery did not work. We had to start over. So, some of that is practice. So, thank you.
Yep.
That's good. One other thing I wanted to say is, for any of these activities, it's great to just sit with the document you want to teach, with that complex text you want to teach, and get used to thinking, well, what could I do with this? What do the students need to know? What vocabulary can I pull out? What skill do I want to learn that day? Not every skill. Maybe you decide you want to do words in context and you're just going to do a vocabulary. So you take one paragraph from the letter from the Birmingham jail and use that for your vocabulary lesson. Something that happened to me recently as a training is I think very chronologically, and it was very hard for me to come to even the model I am at now. And I know a lot of you are probably looking and saying some of it was too much or some of it was too advanced, because I had to come back down from thinking they have to understand everything about Great Britain and the Revolutionary War, and how can I mention the Constitution without talking everything about it. So I have to sit with the text and think very specifically, what do they need to learn? What am I going to use this for today? I'm not going to teach everything in it today. So something that came up to me recently is, because I think chronologically, I started teaching them with the letter from the clergyman that Martin Luther King was responding to. And we spent a couple of weeks understanding every paragraph of the letter from the clergyman. And then I went to a training, and they had this great activity, which I included on my board, because I'm always filling activities, where have the students read the letter from the Birmingham jail, and the activity was to write the letter that Martin Luther King was responding to. So you have to do the inference, and you didn't have to spend all that time reading the clergyman letter. And the students are going to see when Martin Luther King basically says, I am not an outsider, this issue is, they can see that somebody must have written to him, you're an outsider. So it's just, you have to be creative and steal as many ideas as you can, because now, the next time I did it, I would do that. Yeah, then share them with everybody. And there are so many sites online sharing all these lessons.